Hi, this is Remmy Meggs. Today we're going to cover easy pot roast dinner. Now, a lot of you make pot roast and you say, oh, it takes forever. Oh, it's not worth it. Oh, the family can eat at McDonald's. Wrong, Zubret. Listen, you need good food at home for your family and your kids. It's time to start making it. It doesn't take much. This video is sponsored in part by Melissa Leach. If you want to become a sponsor, I urge you to. I need sponsors. Please go to http://patreon.com Remmy Meggs and sign up to be a sponsor. Sponsor my videos for $1 on up. You can each month you can sponsor. The first thing you want to do with your pot roast is sear it. So we're going to braise it on all sides, the corners and everything else. Now this is a 5-pound pot roast. Now you can use a slow cooker for this, so you can go to work and have it ready when you come home. But because of all the ingredients, you're going to have 2 or 3 slow cookers going there. So the first thing we do is we season the beef. Now what we do is we put little slices in it. Now you can infuse the beef if you have the equipment for that. You can infuse the goodies inside the beef. I put them on the outside because I don't have an infuser. Want to buy me one? Okay, now you cut up your veggies. We're going to have onions. We're going to have potatoes. We're going to have green peppers. We're going to have celery. We're going to have lots of good things in there to give it extra flavor. Now, I'm not going to show you all this, but for each pound, you want 4 small potatoes or 2 medium potatoes or 1 large potato. So if you have 5 large potatoes for a 5-pound roast, that's what you use. If not, use the medium or the small. But you want to make it even. On the carrots, what we do is we use about half a bag of carrots for this. You'll see that in a minute. And I always use at least 1 green pepper. Now, if you want it more colorful, use colored green peppers, but they're so much more expensive for some reason. Get those and cut them up. Now, make sure you wash all these things. Not wash them. Wash them. And before you put them in the roast. Now after everything's in the roast pan, fill it up with water. Not all the way, just cover everything. Now put the lid on it and put it in the oven. Now you saw the pan size I have, and believe me, it's 3/4 filled before we put the water in. So we put the water in, everything sinks to the bottom. Now put the oven at 350 degrees and just let it sit. Now I put the lid on it. If your oven's too hot for a lid, make sure you bring the heat down. Now this usually takes 5 to 6 hours. This particular roast took 6 hours. How do you tell when a roast is ready? Well, you take a fork to it. Just take a fork in the roast. If you could turn the fork easily inside the roast, then it's ready. Now when you're cutting the roast, cut it against the grain, so that way it doesn't come out long and stringy. You don't want a long and stringy roast. You want the short grain side. So now you got your roast all cut, and I suggest now in the finished picture below, we don't have it cut yet, but if you're serving it, you want it cut before you put it on your platter. So here's the green peppers, and contrary to your beliefs, green peppers are not hot. They really aren't, but there are seeds in them, and you want to wash the seeds out. Wash, not wash. I have a hard time saying wash. Anyway, you want to wash the seeds out before you finish cutting them. Now all your cutting, make sure they're bite-sized, but if you have children, make sure those bite-sized pieces are for children, because you don't want them choking on a piece because they didn't swallow or they didn't chew it up right. So always cut your pieces small. You can cut the potatoes larger, maybe 2-bite pieces for kids. But everything else, like the carrots and the green peppers and the onions, you want them bite size. It's easier to get on a fork, and it's easier to chew, and it's easier to swallow that way. Wow. Okay. Now, with everything there, you put the water in it, and then you put it in the oven for 3 to 6 hours, depending on your roast and how hot. You don't want the oven too hot, because then it'll burn the roast. And this is what it looks like after it's done. Isn't that yummy looking? This is Remmy Meggs. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment on the video. You all have a good life.